Everyone, welcome to our pre-calculus lesson 23. In this lesson we will discuss mostly on application of quadratic functions, and we have a couple of things that we will recap also from the basics. Okay, so these are our agenda. These are the review topics from a different form of quadratic functions and completing squares in picture, then quadratic formula, couple of things, basic algebra or just an extension from there. Using model, this is birth rate of unmarried women, some maths, application math, then application of quadratic functions in detail. There are three maths that we will try to discuss, then practice homeworks. So these are our plan. Let's start. In our last lesson, in one point you have seen that from the vertex form we discussed a different thing, like if the function is given, then what can we do? If the function is in vertex form, and the equation, if the graph is given, then how can we come back to the vertex form? So we have seen that kind of maths in our last lesson. So we thought that let's introduce you all with some other forms. So you can see this is the vertex form of quadratic function. One example is this. Nothing new about that. Nothing new. This is the value of a. This is the value of h. Just an example. It could be different value also. That's not. These are not like something solid. So why it is called vertex form? The reason it is called vertex form, the reason is from this form of quadratic function, we can easily find out what is the vertex. In this case, vertex will be minus, so this is plus 1, that means h will be minus 1 and k will be 8. That means vertex will be minus 1, comma 8. So if the quadratic function is given in this form, then we can easily find out what is the vertex. That's why it is called vertex form. Another form is this form. This is called intercept form. Why it is called intercept? Because we can easily find out intercept from this kind of function. In this case, this is also quadratic. This is also quadratic. So 2 into x minus 1, x plus 3. So in this case, intercept is, this is x minus 1. That means plus 1 is intercept. And this is x plus 3. That means minus 3 is another intercept. So if the function is given this way, we can easily find out what is the x-intercept. So what is the x-intercept? If I ask you once again, what is the x-intercept for this question? Plus 1 and minus 3. It will be the opposite sign. Okay. So this is the intercept form. And this is the standard form. Usually quadratic function is written in this form, ax square plus bx plus c, this format, x square plus bx plus c. This is the standard form because in most of the cases, most of the maths, in most cases you will see this form. Like the main question is given in this form, then we just convert it to different forms if necessary. In whichever forms is necessary, we just convert it to different forms. In this case, y-intercept we can easily find out whatever this number here, it is c and it is minus 6. So in this case, y-intercept is minus c. So there are three forms. Conclusion is there are three forms of quadratic function. One is standard form, one is vertex form, one is intercept form. We needed to introduce you all with all these three forms because if somewhere you see like this, 2 into x minus 1 into x plus 3, you should know that this is actually quadratic function. Yeah. You may say, sir, you said that in the quadratic function there will be square. Where is the square here? There is no square. Actually, there are some squares, of course, here, because if you multiply it, then you will see that square. This is written in separate form. This is written in factor form. Okay, so they are there. They are there. This is one example: x square plus 4x, 4x, x square plus 4x plus 10. How can we this picture looks nice actually. See, actually this kind of square, how we get this square thing. See, this is some square. So what we got here, x square plus twice x plus 4, that means x plus 2 whole square, then plus 6. So x plus 2 whole square plus 6, they make some square. this whole square, x plus 2 whole square, then plus 6. We come visually these are the thing. X square plus 4x plus 10, if you convert it to this form, this is a standard form. This is a standard form, and this is vertex form. This is vertex form. Same thing, same equation. This is vertex form. This is standard form. Yeah. This is standard form and vertex form. And if you ask, sir, how we converted this? How we converted this? This is x square plus 4x plus 10. So how you convert it from this to the vertex? Let me show you that. So our question is x squared plus 4x plus 10. So the rule is we have to make some a plus b whole square kind of thing. Yeah? And we can do it. A plus b whole square formula, I think many of you know, a square plus twice a plus b square. So we can write it 2, then a is x and b is 2. We just separated this 4x into 2 into x into 2 so that it also matches with the formula also. Then b squared, in this case b is 2, so 2 is squared. And then 10, but you can see that again we have written 2 square extra here, which means we have written 4 extra in this case to match with the formula, which this 2 square is not given here. There is no 2 square, there is no 4 in this case. So that's why we have to minus this 4. So ultimately we have x, see this is a square plus 2ab plus b square. That means a plus b whole square formula here. Here a plus b whole square. A is x, b is 2. So this is a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square equal to what? A square plus 2ab plus b square. This is a. In your mind you can think this is a, this is b. Okay, this way you can think. Then plus, so this is 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. And you can see this is this one and this one is same thing. So this is standard form and this is vertex form. We can actually convert it when necessary. If necessary, we can convert it from one form to another this way. And visually they mean like that. Let me show you once again. This looks nice actually, that's why. See? That twice x and twice x, you have seen that 2 and x, that means twice x and twice x. 4x means twice x and twice x, that way also. Then from this 10, 4 will go there and we get that. So this is x square twice x, then plus, then 4, which means x plus 2 whole square, which means x plus 2 whole square. This whole box means x plus 2 whole square, then plus 6. Now we have one important thing to discuss here at this point, and that is quadratic formula. Why we need to discuss it? The reason is this. If I tell you do the middle term factoring for this function, you will see that there is no combination that you can do to find out some middle term factoring for this question. There are a couple of questions like this where middle term factoring is not possible. You cannot factor it normally. By normally I mean there is no integer solution of this question. There is no integer solution. Suppose if I write some function like this, x squared minus 5x plus 6, is it okay, minus 3x, x squared minus 3x, then minus twice. If I take 2 common, then it can be minus 3. Yeah, I think minus 5x plus 6 also works. So for this, our function is x minus, we can do middle term factoring, x minus 3 into x minus 2 into x minus 2. So we can do the factoring this way. But for this function, you will see that you cannot factor it. So what you will do? Because these factors are needed for what? These factors are needed for finding the x-intercept. This 3 plus 3 and plus 2 is the x-intercept of this function. So what is the x-intercept of this function? If we cannot factor it, then how do we know? Basically, we do not know if we cannot factor it. These quadratic functions comes to help when we cannot factor it this way, when there is no integer solution. That means if there is some decimal solution, then this thing actually comes to help us. This is a form of the quadratic function, and this is the formula. This is the formula. Minus b plus minus b square root of b square minus 4ac divided by twice a, and you can see a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, c is the constant term. Yeah. So we can use this formula. Just you will put, this is not difficult. We have an example here. This is not difficult. We have to put a value, b value, and c value, and just do some calculation. You will see some decimal, like creepy decimal, will start coming. Some people may ask, sir, can we use this same formula for your this main question, x square minus 5x plus 6? Can we use this here? Yes, you can use this, and you will exactly get the same solution that we already have found here. This quadratic formula we can use everywhere. One thing is important here, and that is, if this b square minus 4ac, this is called discriminant, if this b square minus 4ac, if this value is more than 0, then you will have two solution. Then you will have two solution, because let's say if it is 3, just only root 3, then plus minus root 3. For plus root 3 one answer, for minus root 3 one answer, another answer along with other numbers. If this value is 0, there is just only one answer, because this term is 0, minus b by twice a, just only one answer you will get. And if this value is negative, then there is no answer from this form, because square root of negative value becomes undefined, so we do not have any solution if this is negative. So this is another quick technique which you can use while you solve the math. First, you can do b square minus 4ac, this part, to understand how many solution you will have. You may have two solution, you may have one solution, you may have no solution. If you see that there is no solution for this math, you do not need to do that math. You will say that there is no solution for this math. So if there is b square minus, if you see b square minus 4ac, this value is negative, then basically there will be no solution for this math. So we have some examples here. First one is this one. So you see what happened here. Minus b. First one is what? Minus b. This is minus b. So b is what? This value. And c, b is this value. So this is minus b. Okay. Then b square. Again b square. Minus 4ac. This is 4. From the formula, this is 4. Then ac. A means minus 3. This is a. Then c. Then you do some calculation. You get square root of 193 for the plus one answer, for the minus one answer. So we get two different answers for plus and for minus. Of course, we will get two different answers. They are the x-intercept, and you can see that this is minus 1.149, and this symbol means approximately. This symbol is also approximately 3.482. So we got two different solutions for this math. And of course, since this value is positive, square root of 193, this fits with the rule number 1. So there will be two solutions here. Okay, this formula is very, very, very important. You should have it in your mind. Okay, minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by twice a, minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by twice a, minus b plus minus b square, this way, because you will need it so many times. It should be your common sense. Do you understand? Sometimes some of the things becomes our common sense. Whenever we see some elder people, we always pay some respect. Automatically we do. You will see that if you do it again and again, you like, if from any religion we say namaste, or we say assalamu alaikum, or we say something, whatever you say, automatically we make it our common sense. This, for mathematics also, there are a couple of things that you can make your common sense. Of course, you should not say that. If you see this formula, you should not say that good morning b square minus 4ac. We do not have to do it. Okay? Or if you want, we can do it. We can try this. Or good afternoon, minus b plus minus b square root of b square minus 4c divided twice. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Not that much respect. Okay, that's way too much. Anyway, but this formula is really big. Something big, something big. You will see that in many places we have to use this formula, because in most of the quadratic function we do not have integer solution. We have this kind of creepy solution, this kind of thing. We have many example practice math for you all here. So you try to solve all of this, then match the answer is also written here. I'll show you answer in a while, so please do not see the answer if you do not practice it. Okay, so try to use the same formula and match answer with our answers. Okay, I'll very quickly show you and then move on, because I have to I cannot wait like 2 days 3 days now. So these are the solution. This is first one has the integer solution, and the remaining has, suppose this one do not have integer solution. So basically for this one you have to use this formula. Yeah. Okay. And you can see that last one is none. That means no solution, because you will see that this value will be negative here. That's why. Very important thing. This formula is really important, and you all should know how to find out the x-intercept by using this formula. Here comes another important thing from our quadratic function, reading quadratic graphs solved together. So we will try to solve this function. This is a math from our book, 3x squared plus 6x plus 2, and if we draw the graph, we get the graph like this. Now our question is, what is the vertex? What is the x-intercept? What is the domain? What is the range? Where it is increasing, where it is decreasing? Okay. Vertex, you can see that the vertex is here. Vertex value is minus 1 and 1. Why it is vertex? Because this is the lowest point. This is the lowest point. So vertex is either the highest point of quadratic or the lowest point of quadratic. That is the vertex. So vertex is what? This is the vertex. X-intercept. There is two x-intercept here. One value is here, another value is here. So we have written it here approximately. I know that you can say, sir, how do we approximate minus 1.58? So it will be somewhere written, or you can approximately, let's say this is more than 1.5, so it should be 1.6 kind of. If the value is not given, you can try to do your best approximation if the value is not given. This is 0.4, which is, see, this is close to this side, so not in the middle. That's why 0.42, because we know the value. That's why. But from you, if the value is not given, we will take your approximation. Suppose if you say 0.5 here you say 0.5, we will say that this is correct, because this value is not given, and it looks like something like this. Of course, if you are a good approximator, then actually you will automatically notice that this point is actually more than 1.5, little bit more. So you write little bit more also in your solution also. This is how sometimes when needed we approximate it. Y-intercept is here, which is very clear, 1 2, so y-intercept is at 2. Okay. Now what is the domain and range? You know that the domain of all quadratic function is all real number, because for all the quadratic function, graph goes forever in the both direction, in the positive x direction. For this graph, in the positive x direction, and in the this is negative x direction, and in the positive x direction also, graph will go forever. In short, in all the quadratic function, because either graph will be up opening or down opening, so basically it will be all the real numbers. It will be all the real numbers. Domain. And for the range, as you can see, for the range, this is the lowest value. Lowest value is here at -1. That means from -1 to plus infinity is the range. From -1 to plus infinity, this is the range. That means y is greater or equals to -1. This is the range. And you can see the function is decreasing from minus infinity to -1. This is decreasing. If you come from left to right, you see what happens. The function goes down. Yeah. up to this point function goes down, then function start increasing. You have to start from left side to right side in the graph for understanding increasing and decreasing. For simpler understanding, there are other ways also. So increasing is from -1 to plus infinity. This is -1. You have to always look at the x value for increasing and decreasing. That means from -1 to plus infinity, this side the graph is increasing, as you can see, and from minus infinity to plus 1, from minus infinity to plus -1, the graph is decreasing. Okay, and for increasing decreasing, in both case it will be first bracket, because that 1 is not included. The increasing will start after 1, just right after 1, and decreasing will stop just right before 1. That's the sense. And then we have a couple of practice math for you all, so try to practice all this. This is the function graph is given, this is the function graph is, this is the function graph is given. Of course these are from the book also. So you will try to find out what is the vertex, what is the x-intercept, y-intercept, domain, range, increasing, decreasing for this one, and for this one. We will discuss it in the class also if necessary. And also you have written the answer. We will show you the answer in the next page. Okay, so you try it first, pause the video, try it first, and then match your answer with our answer, so that you are sure that your answer is correct. If you do not understand something, if your answer is not matching with our answer, sometimes tell us during the class. We will discuss it at that time once again. Okay, so I will show you the answer now. These are the answers for this question, for all this question. If there is any mistake, this 0.5 minus 2.5 minus 3 is the y-intercept. All real number minus infinity to 2.5 minus infinity to, oh, this is range, so minus infinity to minus 2.5. Domain increasing is from minus infinity to 0.5, then 0.5. Yeah, I think all are good. If there is something, anything, then we can actually check it. Vertex is this, minus 3. Yeah, range is minus 3.33 to plus infinity. That's correct. Decreasing minus infinity to 1.33. That's correct. Minus, yeah. So this is increasing is 1.33. This will be 1.33. Increasing is 1.33 to plus infinity. Yes, that's correct. So 1.33 to plus infinity. Plus 1.333 plus infinity. Increasing. This is plus. So both value will be plus. X is less than minus 1.33. It will be plus 1.33. So it will also be plus. So, and increasing is from plus 1.33 to plus infinity. So there will be no minus here. I just remember during some other time, well, I just remembered that there is one math there may be some problem. So I just corrected it. Okay, so these are the correct answers. You can now match your answers and our answer. Why it is this? Because we have to write the x value, and x value is here. X value is positive, so all the value will be positive here. That's it. Okay. So using quadratic models, these are another very good applications. We have more applications down here. Quadratic models. So there is a math here. In the United States, the birth rate B of unmarried women, births per 1,000 unmarried women for women whose age is A is modeled by some function. So our function is given. What is the age of unmarried women in the highest birth rate? One of the things that we need to discuss at this point, really important, that is highest value, lowest value of quadratic function. How can we find out highest value and lowest value? Very important formula. Highest or lowest value of the quadratic function. Highest, lowest. Highest or lowest value of quadratic function. This is actually the vertex. Do you understand? Highest of the quadratic function. This is actually the vertex of the quadratic function. Do you understand? That means basically, if someone asks us what is the highest, this is actually the quadratic function, vertex. If the lowest, if someone asks you the lowest, how can I show lowest? Finger? No. Yes, finger. So okay. So the lowest. Suppose this is the lowest. Down opening. Yeah, up opening. So this is the lowest. So lowest is the lowest is the also the vertex. So basically, if someone asks you in any question, ask you the find the highest or lowest, they are asking you the vertex. They are talking about the vertex. Now for the vertex, in the vertex there is two value. One is x value of the vertex and is the y value of the vertex. You have to look at the question. So let me write the formula so that you can answer it. For highest and lowest, same formula. Vertex, basically the vertex x value. Vertex x value finding formula is minus b divided by twice. A very simple formula, but very useful. Minus b by twice. So it means, okay, let me write the y value also, then I will explain. Then vertex y value will be f of minus b by twice. Or simply you can say the coordinate of the vertex is minus b by twice a minus b divided by twice a comma f of minus b divided by twice a. This is the coordinate of vertex. Basically you need to find out that. Okay. Oh, twice a, it will be twice a. You need to find out the vertex. And now see, now you will understand it. Just look at this. What is they asking in this question? First of all, highest. If they ask you highest or lowest, then you have to think, okay, they are talking about the vertex. So what is the question? What is the age of so of preposition and other things? That means they are now extending the thing. Question is here, age. What is the age of this and that and that? So what is the age? That means they are talking about the age. And what is the age in this question? Age is a. That means they are talking about this a. That means find out the value of a, vertex a value. Vertex a value. And vertex a value is actually x here. How do you know? You can say, sir, how do you know? Simply this is y, this side is y, you know that, then blah 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 x square blah 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 x, then blah blah, blah some constant number. So in this math it is a, but in other maths it is actually x. So in fact, in this question, when they ask you find out the age, highest value of age, they are asking you find out minus b by twice. That means vertex x value. If I draw this function, this is the function will be highest. So this will be like graph. The function of this graph will be somewhat like that, and they are talking about this this vertex. Maybe the graph is like this. Suppose maybe the graph is like this. This side is a, and this side is b of a. Birth rate, I think here. This side is birth rate. So they asked you find out the value of age. Find out the value of age. That means they are asking you to find out the x value of this vertex. And how you will get x value of this vertex? By using minus b by twice a formula. And how you will get the y value of this vertex? Suppose if you do this math, if you do put this value minus b, minus b by twice a, what is the value of b? B value is this. This is the value of b. This is a, this is b, and this is c. So a, b, c. Okay. In the quadratic function, you know ax square plus bx plus c. So first value is a, second value is b, third value is c. Coefficient is a, b, c. So you know which value is a, b. So you can just put the value here. 14.23 will be here, and divide by twice a. 2 into a value is minus 0.27, you will put minus 0. We have the solution here. I will show you. Just first I am just explaining it. Twice a. 2 into a means 0. Minus 0.27, so you will put minus 0.27 here, you will get the answer. That will be our x value of the vertex, and that is the answer of a number. Suppose, yeah, in the b number question actually, you do not have to suppose. What is the highest birth rate? So this question is also what? Highest. Highest means what? We have to go to the vertex. Vertex is the highest point. Vertex is the highest point. Now what is the question? Highest birth rate. Birth rate is what? In which axis? Y. Birth rate is in the y axis. You can say, sir, you have drawn it. That's why you know. How do we know that? That b will be here and a will be here. By looking at the function. You see this side, in the y side, this is written b. Let me remove it. Then you will see. It is b. That means birth rate. B is for y. What here? B is for y. In this question, b is for y. B is for y. That means we know that this side is y. So birth rate. Their question. Second question is birth rate. Find out the highest birth rate. That means we have to find out. We have to find out the value of vertex y. So how can we find out the vertex y value? So vertex y value, how can we find out? That means whatever the value we will get here in this first case, we will get some value. Suppose 2 you get. Just saying. Suppose you got 2 here. From the first question, from the vertex x value, suppose you got 2. That 2 you will put here for all the a. That means 2 square, this into 2 square, then this into 2, then something. Then you do the plus minus, you will get the y value. Whatever the value you get in the first case, from the vertex x value, you will put it back in the question, you will get the y value. This is what it means. F of minus b by twice a means that. Okay. So first of all, what you will find? First of all, you will find vertex x value. How you will find it? By using this formula, minus b by twice a. Then how you will find out the y value? You will put whatever you get here in the answer. Suppose you get 1, 2, whatever the number. This number you will put again back in the question, then you will get the y value of the vertex. Let me show you. C number is related to B number. Let me show you all of them. Clear all of them. So you see vertex x value. See minus b divided by twice a. This is minus b divided by twice a. So you will get 26.356 years. That means in the United States, from the unmarried women, at this age, we have the highest birth rate. Highest birth rate is 26 years something. 26 years something. Okay. And how we find it? How we find it? We find it from vertex x value. How do we know that? Because it is minus b divided by twice a. You can see that minus b divided by twice a. We use that formula. And then we have to find out. See, as I said, we have to put this answer back in the question and do some calculation. We will get how many children per thousand we get. That number will be the how many children per thousand. They also are. How do we know that this is per thousand? Because in the question, see, it is written here, birth per thousand unmarried women. Let me repeat it once again. Very important point. Everywhere you will be using it. That's why this point is important. First, we have to find out vertex x value. The formula is minus b by twice a. Minus b by twice a. Minus b value is what here? 14.23. Why this and why there is extra minus? Because this minus comes from here. Minus b by twice a. A value is what? A value is minus 0.227. So a value is minus 0.27. You get this answer. This is the vertex x value. At any point in the graph, actually, this is not for only for this question. At any point, if you have the x value, to find out the y value, you just have to put the x value in the question, then you will get the y value. Same rule we have done. This is 26.352. We have put it here in all the a. This is a. This is also a value in the question. In the question, just for a, we are putting the answer of a number. Then we will get the vertex y value. That will be our answer for the b number. because that is the highest birth rate. Y value is the birth rate. As you, if you recall the figure, then it will make more sense. And the last question is this: the birth rate for unmarried women, unmarried 40-year-old women is 17.07 per thousand. How do we know that? 40 years old. Evaluate and interpret B of 40. That means we have to put 40 in the instead of A. B of 40. It is B of A. That means we have to put 40 for A. A value is 40 and do the calculation, and after calculation you will see answer will be 17.04. This answer will come. Just you put 40 instead of A, you do it just, and then that answer will become, answer will be 17.04. So at 40 years old, 40 years old women, birth rate is 17.04 per thousand, uh, per thousand people. Okay, per thousand unmarried women. This is some statistical thing, so let's not debate about that. So we have this. Next problem is, you will see that we will use actually the same rule now everywhere. The revenue are of a tractors for tractors as a function of unit price P is given this. So R of P equals to minus 1 by P square, minus 1 by 2 P square plus 1900 P. Now look, it may look like what is this? I do not understand. This is, suppose in your mind think about, this is y, this is x, and this is also x. So basically minus 1 by 2 x square plus 1900 x. Some people, if they see some different symbols, different alphabets, then they actually gets like, oh my god, what is this? I do not know. So they are just like some symbols, okay? No problem. Just some changed alphabet. Now see, the unit price P should, what should be the unit price P for the maximum revenue? See, the question started coming. Maximum. So maximum means what? Like this graph, highest point is where? Vertex. That means their question is simply find out the vertex x value. P is x. P is x in this question. That means find vertex x value. And what is the maximum revenue? So if I draw the graph, in this graph, this side is actually P, this side is actually R, or R of P, this side. So vertex x value will be P, and this side will be R. That means if you find from the vertex x value, if you find, then your answer will be the A number answer. And if you find vertex y value, that means that will be the revenue, maximum revenue. Why it is maximum? How do we know that this is maximum? Because of the graph. And you can ask me, how do we know that the graph will be like that? Maybe the graph is like this. I think some of you already got it. That basically, no, the graph will be this one, because you see there is a minus here. So if for the minus, graph is always down opening. Quadratic function. For the minus, graph is down opening. So we know it that way. So let's look at the solution now. This is the minus b by twice a, same formula, minus b by twice a. Then again put this value back in the question, you get the answer. We have another math here, same math, similar math for your practice. Now you try to find it out. This is minimum. See, minimum, maximum or minimum, same formula, same process, same rule. Maxima comes for down opening, and minima comes from up opening math. This is positive sign, so that means the graph will, let me draw the graph. This is positive here, positive 5, so the graph will be, so the graph will be, this is not nice graph. Okay, just the graph will be like this somewhat. So the lowest point you have to find out. That's why question is minimum, marginal cost, minimum cost. This is the minimum cost. So cost is y value, and then how many phone, number of phone is x here. So you have to find out what? Vertex. Try it out, and I will show you the solution so that you can match it. Is this your answer? Is this your answer? Similar math. This is another similar math for practice. You will have it in the book, 145 number page. If you want, you can practice these maths, or we can discuss this during the class also. Similar, they are the similar math. This is another application math, a little bit bigger than the previous one, but the same concept, similar concept. We do not need any extra concept here. So there is two question given here, two function. One is revenue function, another one is cost function. So this is the revenue function, this is the cost function for some candy. And first question is how many boxes must companies sell to maximize revenue, and what is the maximum revenue? So you see verdicts, that means A. In the last page you have solved AB. Here AB is already here. A number question is this one, B number question is this one. So basically AB number question is already in one question here. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so you will have the answer of, so first a number answer will come from, how you will get a number answer? By using which formula? Minus b by twice a, and then this one just plug the value back in the function. In which function you will do? Hey, this is interesting here. Now you have two questions. This one you will do or this one you will solve? Which one you will solve? We have to solve this one or that one? Can we solve this one cost? See, is it quadratic? This is not quadratic. So we have to use, see, this is quadratic. X square is here. So we have to use this function. Also, it actually, we actually understand from the revenue thing also. We also understand from the word revenue. Revenue. So we know that we have to use this first equation for our question number A and for our question number A, both part. Then we have profit function P of x equals to Rx minus Cx. So Rx means this, minus Cx means this. So we have to write this minus then this thing. Here we have to write then for this B number, this minus then this thing we have to write, then do some calculation. Yeah. And that will be our B number answer. Then how many boxes must the company sell to maximize the profit? What is the maximum profit? So there is also two questions like a number, just like a number. A number and C number is same type of question. See, there is A, B, two question here. Only difference is we have to use the formula, this thing now. We have to, for solving this C number, we have to use the function obtained in B number. That's the difference. Because how many boxes must the company sell to maximize the profit? This is the profit function. That means if we do this math here like this and this minus this function, then I will show you the solution. Solution is here. I'm just first analyzing it. I will get some final line here, profit function. By using that profit function, we have to solve C number. Then there will be some difference between A and C. There will be some difference. We have to say that why it is different. Of course, it will be different because this is the revenue and this is the profit. Let me explain what is the revenue and what is the profit. Let me explain this topic and name first. Revenue, profit, this thing. Suppose you own a company, and in your company, let's use some small number for understanding. Suppose in your company, after all your sale, you sold, suppose just only, don't get afraid, just only $20. The whole month you sold all of your product and everything, then you sold it, total selling money is $20. You sold all $20 only. Then you have done the calculation for all of your employee bill, current bill, everything. Then you have found that $18 is already your cost. So this is your total sale. This is your total cost. That means profit is only $2. This is actual profit. So you have done a lot of things. You have sold $20. $18 is your cost. So profit is your $2. And the revenue is this $20. That means total sale, without considering any cost or anything, total sale is how much? How many how much amount of money you have got the whole month. That's the revenue of yourself. Okay, that's the revenue. So of course now you get it, like there will be definitely there will be some difference between the revenue and profit. Revenue and profit is not the same thing, they're totally different thing. Revenue means without any cost, how much money you have. Then if you remove all of your cost, then how much you have is your profit. Okay, that's why there will be different. Now let me show you the solution step by step. So for the first one, if you use the minus b by twice the formula here, you will get 119. You may get some decimal, you have to approximate it. And if you put 119 back in the question, you will get this answer for a number. For b number, as I said, we have to write this minus this. Then if you little bit write one two lines, then you will get this line. Subtraction from the subtraction. Yeah. Simple. This is not difficult. This function minus, you will write minus 1.25x here, 1.25x, then minus 250. And because of the minus in outside of the bracket, these two sign will become minus. Then you do 1 2 line, you will get this line. So this is the profit function. From this profit function, if you do the same thing, then you get 103 boxes and this. So the different, why they are different? They are different because this is revenue, this is profit. That's why. For the practice, there is another math, similar another math you will have in the book. This math is this one. Oh, and that's the end of the today's class slides. Thank you all. There are, I have written some. We have written some more. We have written some more practice maths if you want. 76, 79 from this 145 number page, and also of course there is another math here. In the previous slide also there are maths. This one, this one. So feel free to practice them. Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you very much. Have a good day and bye bye. See you. See you all.